we do meritorious deeds, what happens? We do meritorious deeds and we call their names and be my beloved Father, may you be well, be happy. When you do this kind of meritorious deeds, these departed ones, they can be happy. So when they become happy, their mind becomes luminous and powerful and they release and they will be born in positive realms because the thoughts are moving and thoughts are the roots of life. So at the moment, what is in your mind, what is your last thought moment, that is the beginning of the next life. So this thing can happen once after somebody died, but not always. But still we encourage people to do meritorious deeds because if it doesn't help for the departed one, still it will be helpful for you. It will be helpful you in many ways. That's the chance for you to do meritorious deeds, number one, for yourself. And doing those meritorious deeds, on the other hand, will release your stress burdens, give you emotional comfort, satisfaction. I did this for the sake of my father or mother. And the other one is the social relationship. So it is helpful in a religious way, psychological way, as well as from the social point of view. So it's a good thing, so carry on doing it.
One question first. You mentioned the example of the rebirth. You just mentioned one from Sri Lanka, and one from the States, and one tomorrow you mentioned. But there are 3.5 billion people on this earth. Can you mention two rebirths? Is there rebirth actually? What happened to the 3.5 million people? Second question, follow up.
Right. Okay. Do you expect me to tell all these stories to you within this 30 minutes time? There are hundreds and thousands of case studies done by doctors and psychologists. And do you expect me to tell all these stories here? That is impossible. So there are many you can read. And on the other hand, do not expect whoever died will recall his past life once he is born. Those children, when they are very small, many of them, they have memories about their past lives, especially when the babies are very small. They have got fresh memories about their past lives. What happens? Through 5 sense faculties, we grasp more and more information related to this life. We learn the language, we learn the cultures, we recognize the people. So what we do, we fill up our memory box with new informations. And those old informations naturally will be forgotten. But in some certain cases, some certain children, they still remember. So most of the cases, sometimes although children say that this and that related to some certain incidents, we parents do not pay much attention, we do not care much about what they say. So they also ignore it. Some certain cases, some children, repeatedly they again and again they say the same thing until they achieve it. But some, most of the time, they do not just remember. And if I ask you, what did you eat yesterday? You may take a few minutes to remember and say. But some people tell it promptly on the spot. Our memories are different from person to person. So that is why all the people cannot remember. And these are only some incidents, some cases which were experimented, and there are many more cases which were not which were not experimented. So we are talking about only 1 or 2 of those who are documented.
question I asked, how is it that like a child is born to a pair of parents is it through some karmic link or through some history in the past, or how's the child being born to parents like this set of parents, for example? And why is it that some people after several years of marriage, like 10 years of marriage or what, they still cannot conceive any children? Is there a reason for it other than a physical reason?
You're asking two kind of questions. One question is again related. So I will answer to your second question first. Why some married couples do not have children although they are married around 10-15 years? When you go to the doctors examine husband and wife, and they cannot find anything. So physically you are alright, but still you do not have children. As I told you, there are 3 conditions should be fulfilled for a conception to take place. Mother and father should have intercourse. Mother should be in fertile period. Third factor, Gandharva Pachupatitu. A consciousness of a departed person should arise there. From the Buddhist point of view, we are born from the matrix of karma. So matrix of karma is the birth of the beings. So karma plays a greater role here. Mother and father, they are the ones who provide this material body. But the karmic energy of the consciousness of the departed beings is the one who vitalizes it to become alive. Until these 3 things come together, there will not be life from the Buddhist point of view. So the doctors, they recognize first 2 factors, but they still cannot recognize the third factor because that is beyond the laboratory experiments. Then why, on the other hand, again, if a mother, father and a child make a wish, life after life, let's be together. I will be born as your child, life after life. So mother, a father and a child, if they make these kind of strong aspirations after done a lot of meritorious deeds, and if they wish to be born life after life, so still there is possibility that you will not get the chance because of your strong aspirations that you want a particular person to be your own child. So it can be positive, or it can be, on the other hand, a kind of aspirations too. So due to these reasons, some married couples do not have children. So it is not only the physical factors, but also related to karmic factors.
One thing, this is just a question of the syntax of the word rebirth. Okay. Now, when you say repair, we get it done better. When we renovate this house, we get it more beautiful, more stronger. Shouldn't rebirth in Europe Renaissance is to make the Europe better and beautiful and stronger? Shouldn't rebirth be also the same thing, that when we reborn, we should be better? But how can we be born into the dog like a cat? Just to break the word.
They do not, they cannot accept the idea that a human being can be born as an animal. And some people think, as you mentioned, we should move upward. And how can we go to the downward?